What if I told you that everything you've been taught about building wealth is deliberately designed to keep you middle class? While you're diversifying your portfolio at 25, Elon Musk was reinvesting every penny from his first company into his next venture. While you're saving for a house, self-made millionaires are buying cash flow commercial properties instead. The ultra-wealthy follow a completely different playbook, and today I'm going to expose the 7 strategies they use that financial advisors will never tell you about. Your financial advisor sits across from you with a warm smile, explaining why you need to spread your investments across 12 different asset classes. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, they say. Diversification protects you from catastrophic loss. Meanwhile, every self-made billionaire in history built their fortune by doing the exact opposite of what that advisor just recommended. When Elon Musk sold PayPal for $165 million, he didn't create a balanced portfolio. He took $100 million and bet it all on SpaceX. He took another $70 million and poured it into Tesla. Financial advisors would have called this financial suicide. Musk called it Tuesday. Warren Buffett owns just 5 stocks that make up 80% of his portfolio. Jeff Bezos held Amazon stock almost exclusively for decades while building his empire. These men understood something your advisor never learned. Concentration forces expertise. When you spread your attention and capital across 15 different investments, you become mediocre at understanding all of them. You can't develop deep knowledge about sectors, companies, or market dynamics when you're trying to track everything at once. The wealthy concentrate their resources in areas where they can develop genuine competitive advantages through focused attention and specialized knowledge. Your typical investment portfolio tells the story of someone playing not to lose rather than playing to win. A little in index funds, some bonds for safety, maybe a few individual stocks you heard about on a podcast. This approach generates returns that mirror the market average, which means you'll achieve average wealth. The mathematics are brutal, but simple. Average returns create average outcomes, regardless of how long you wait or how much you contribute. The wealthy view diversification as the risky strategy because it prevents them from capitalizing on their areas of expertise. If you understand real estate markets in your city better than anyone else, why would you put equal money into tech stocks you know nothing about? If you've built expertise in a particular industry through your career, why dilute that advantage by spreading capital into sectors where you have no competitive edge? This concentration approach creates a psychological shift that changes everything. When you have significant capital concentrated in areas you understand, you pay attention differently. You study harder. You make connections others miss. You develop intuition that comes only from focused experience. Your concentrated investments become extensions of your expertise rather than random bets on market movements. The ultra-wealthy embrace diversification only after they've built substantial wealth through concentration. Once you've accumulated your first 10 million through focused expertise, then you can afford to protect some of that wealth through broader diversification. But that protective strategy comes after the wealth building phase, not during it. This same principle of strategic concentration extends into how they approach something most people fear. Debt itself becomes a weapon for multiplying their focused investments. You spend your nights calculating how to pay off your credit cards faster, celebrating each zero balance like a personal victory. You've been taught that debt equals danger, that financial freedom means owing nobody anything. You work overtime to eliminate your student loans, sacrifice vacations to pay down your mortgage early, and feel genuine pride when your credit utilization drops below 10%. Meanwhile, the ultra-wealthy are actively seeking out millions in debt to accelerate their wealth creation by decades. This creates a fundamental contradiction that exposes how differently wealthy people think about money. A self-made millionaire will write a cash check for a $200,000 Lamborghini on Monday, then sign paperwork for a $5 million business loan on Tuesday. Your brain screams that this makes no sense. If they have cash for the car, why are they borrowing money for anything else? The answer reveals everything about how wealth actually multiplies. The mathematical reality is brutally simple. Business debt generates income that exceeds the interest cost, while consumer debt creates expenses that drain wealth forever. When you finance that luxury car at 6% interest, you're paying the bank while the asset depreciates. When wealthy individuals borrow money to acquire rental properties yielding 12% annual returns, they're using the bank's money to generate profit that far exceeds their borrowing costs. They understand something fundamental that personal finance gurus never explain. Not all debt operates the same way. This principle extends to the most sacred assumption in American financial planning, the home mortgage. While financial advisors celebrate mortgages as good debt and recommend leveraging your primary residence, wealthy individuals do the exact opposite. They pay cash for their homes, eliminating monthly housing payments entirely. This isn't about avoiding mortgage interest, it's about strategic capacity management. Banks have strict debt-to-income ratios for lending. If your borrowing capacity isn't tied up in a personal residence mortgage, you can access that same credit for income-generating investments that banks actually want to finance. The wealthy discovered that paying cash for homes frees up their borrowing capacity for acquiring multiple cash-flowing rental properties. Each property generates monthly income that exceeds the mortgage payment, property taxes, and maintenance costs combined. One millionaire explained this strategy perfectly. They know that debt is for businesses, not people. Your personal residence consumes your income through mortgage payments, property taxes, and maintenance. Their investment properties generate income that covers all expenses plus profit. This debt strategy creates a compounding advantage that most people never consider. While you're focused on eliminating debt from your life, wealthy individuals are eliminating debt from their personal consumption while simultaneously increasing debt on their income-producing assets. They've cracked the fundamental code. Use debt exclusively to acquire assets that pay you, never to purchase liabilities that cost you. This same strategic thinking transforms how they approach investments that most people never even know exist. These sophisticated investment strategies mean nothing if you're still thinking like everyone else about the mundane aspects of daily life. While you debate which index fund to choose, millionaires are systematically optimizing decisions you probably make without any thought at all. They spend more money on dinner conversations than most people invest in their retirement accounts each month because they understand something that transforms everything about wealth creation. Wealthy individuals budget for relationship building the same way others budget for retirement contributions. They allocate thousands of dollars monthly for networking events, business dinners, conference attendance, and relationship maintenance activities. This isn't social spending, it's strategic investment. One millionaire explained that relationships generate opportunities faster than any stock portfolio ever could. When you need to raise capital, find new customers, or discover investment opportunities, your network determines your access to these advantages before they become public knowledge. The bulk buying principle reveals how differently wealthy people approach routine decisions. While you're making weekly trips to buy household supplies, they purchase everything without expiration dates in massive quantities. Toilet paper for 6 months, business software licenses for multiple years, office supplies for entire quarters. This approach eliminates decision fatigue from recurring purchases while securing volume discounts that compound over time. More importantly, it frees up mental bandwidth for decisions that actually matter for wealth creation. Wealthy individuals refuse to remain satisfied with previous achievements. They never satisfied with their previous achievements and believe they can always achieve more. This creates a psychological state where current success becomes the foundation for the next level rather than the destination. Before completing one major goal, they're already mapping strategies for achievements that dwarf their current progress. This perpetual dissatisfaction drives continuous expansion rather than comfortable maintenance of existing wealth. Delegation becomes their secret weapon for multiplying effective time. While others struggle to manage single projects, wealthy individuals pursue multiple opportunities simultaneously through strategic task distribution. They understand that their highest value activities involve strategic thinking and relationship building, not operational execution. Every hour spent on tasks others can handle represents lost opportunity for wealth. Multiplication activities only they can perform. These strategies create compound advantages that extend far beyond their individual benefits. Better relationships lead to better deals on investments and business opportunities. Bulk purchasing eliminates routine decision-making, preserving mental energy for complex wealth-building choices. Continuous goal escalation maintains momentum that prevents the stagnation most people experience after achieving initial success. Delegation multiplies their effective working hours, allowing simultaneous pursuit of opportunities others must approach sequentially. The wealthy have systematically eliminated inefficiencies from their lives, freeing up resources and mental bandwidth to focus on wealth multiplication rather than wealth preservation. These aren't just money strategies, they represent fundamental identity shifts that separate wealth builders from wealth maintainers. Understanding these principles means nothing without the courage to abandon conventional wisdom and implement strategies that feel uncomfortable at first. The gap between the wealthy and everyone else isn't just about money, it's about operating from completely different assumptions about how wealth actually works. While you're following advice designed to keep you safe, they're implementing strategies designed to make them rich. The concentration approach that terrifies your advisor built every fortune you admire. The debt strategies you avoid are multiplying their wealth exponentially. Choose one strategy from today's video and implement it this week. Stop diversifying if you have specialized knowledge. Use business debt to acquire income-generating assets. Experience firsthand how different their playbook really is.